Welcome to Feared and Forgotten in Florida. I'm your host, H.R. Gertner, and I'll be your tour guide through all things Florida. Throughout its history, Florida has been a magnet for all manner of dreamers and unapologetically independent individuals. Some find peace and solstice in Florida's warm weather and crystal clear springs. Others fail to find anything but struggle and strife. But all have come together to make Florida the wild, weird, and wonderful place it is today. Each week on Feared and Forgotten in Florida, we'll examine the continually entertaining exploits of the modern-day Florida man, before diving into Florida's past, where we'll find similarly unhinged individuals flourished. Thanks for tuning in to Feared and Forgotten in Florida. Now on to the show. Florida business owner had to create and display a sign he never would have foreseen when first opening his BP gas station and convenience store in Jacksonville, Florida. But something had to be done to curb the infamous Florida man's unusual habits. Businessman Parul Patel noticed random men and women were coming in every day to warm their urine in his microwave. Unfortunately for Mr. Patel, his station was located within walking distance of both LabCorp and Quest Diagnostics, blood and urine testing facilities. Patel believed people were warming their urine prior to their testing visit so it would not be readily apparent that the urine was a pre-packaged clean sample instead of fresh from the human body. When confronting these non-customers who enter, microwave their urine, and leave, several became aggressive or even violent. In one such incident, a Florida woman began cussing and exclaimed, "Well, where is the sign that says you can't use this for this kind of purpose?" So Patel reluctantly placed a sign on his, hopefully newly purchased, microwave. Only for food use. Do not warm urine. Keep microwave clean. Thanks. If you visit Homestead, Florida, you can tour Edward Leedskalnin's limestone monument to his long-lost love, Agnes Scuffs. What makes this monument special isn't the story of hearts broken. What makes this monument special is the mystery behind its construction. Questions remain surrounding how Leedskalnin, a man of small stature, at only 5 feet tall and 100 pounds, could move coral wall sections weighing over 5 tons each into place. He worked alone, mostly at night by lantern light, beginning in 1923. By 1951, he completed his monument to his love for Agnes, a monument that still baffles engineers and scientists to this day. Edward Leedskalnin was born in Riga, Latvia in 1887. At 26 years old, he became engaged to his true love, Agnes Scuffs. 10 years his junior, Edward deemed Agnes his sweet 16. But his sweet 16 basically left him at the altar. She canceled wedding plans the day before the ceremony, broke Edward's heart, and left a wound that would never heal, but motivated the creation of one of the world's most remarkable construction projects, the Coral Castle. Leedskalnin's Coral Castle was sculpted and carved from over 1,000 tons of coral rock. Each section of the coral wall is 8 feet tall, 4 feet wide, and 3 feet thick, and weighs close to 6 tons. When asked about how he moved the blocks of coral, Edward would simply reply that he knew the secrets of the pyramids. When pressed further, he would say he understood the laws of weight and leverage well. Although there are pictures depicting large tripods, pulleys, and winches that Leedskalnin supposedly used, with no witnesses to testify as to how the work was completed, mystery continues to surround Leedskalnin's Coral Castle to this day. Within the Coral Castle, one finds a series of astrological-themed carvings, including crescent moons, stars, planets, a sundial, and obelisks, all of which lend themselves well to mystery and conspiracy. Some people believe that Leedskalnin worked at night to protect his secret knowledge related to magnetism and electricity. It has been suggested that Leedskalnin moved many of the massive blocks in place using magnetic vortices. There have even been suggestions from certain corners of the internet that Coral Castle was built with the assistance of alien technology or alien beings. Leedskalnin himself stated he knew the secrets of the pyramids, remember? And ancient aliens are a hot topic in some circles. Or it could be that birth into a family of stonemasons in Latvia, followed by time in Canada as a lumberjack removing massive hardwoods, before arriving in Florida, and an unusual personality led to Leedskalnin's construction knowledge and odd work schedule. You'll have to decide for yourself. Visit Coral Castle any day of the week, beginning at 9 a.m. Search coralcastle.com for more information about the museum, directions, and admission fees, and explore the magical world of Edward Leedskalnin's Coral Castle. Thanks again for tuning in to Feared and Forgotten in Florida. We hope you enjoyed the show. To support Feared and Forgotten in Florida, subscribe and give us a 5-star review on your favorite podcasting site. Share the show with someone else and join our Patreon service, through which you'll receive access to new shows prior to public release, as well as an extra episode of Feared and Forgotten in Florida each week. Join us next week for another look into the life of Florida Man, as well as a particularly Floridian true crime caper, the case of the Brazier Brigade. This is your host, H.R. Gertner, wishing you all the best from the Sunshine State.